the explored territory versus unexplored territory, something like that, or it's order versus chaos, or it's another variant of that would be it's the hero going out into the unknown to encounter the dragon of chaos and to gather the information that's out there in the unknown. Explored territory can become stultifying and crushing, but it also provides the structure that informs and protects you. Unexplored territory, well, that can kill you, obviously, but it's also the place that you need to go when you're static and dead and you need new water and you need new life and you need new information. It's a constant movement out into the unknown and back and out into the unknown and back, and that's what human beings are like, right? We're information foragers. We don't only want to know how to solve a problem, just like we don't only want to know how to win a game. We want to know how to win the set of all possible games, and we want to solve the set of all possible problems. And so what the human beings have been trying to do for the last forever is trying to figure out how to solve the problem of the set of all problems. And we actually have some ideas. One is play to win the metagame and not the game. And another solution is go out into the unknown voluntarily and gather the information that lies there, because that continually updates you. The other one is to make sacrifices. And the idea of sacrifice is something like you don't just have to solve the problem of how do you survive in the present. You have to solve the problem of how you survive in the present, given that you also have to survive next week, next month, next year, and among other people. And the answer to that, in part, is the answer of sacrifice, which is to give up something that you desperately want now, that would even be useful right now, so that you accrue more benefit across a broader span of time. There's some real intelligence in getting while the getting is good. But it's a suboptimal strategy if you can stabilize the environment and spread out your adaptive capability over wider spans of time. Well, so much the better. You get what you need now and you get what you need later, and so does your family and other people. A much better solution. It requires precisely sacrifice because it requires sacrificing the present for the future. And that idea of sacrifice emerged, like all of our ideas, first in action, in acting these things out and then conceptualizing them with our bodies, like in drama. You do the same thing when you analyze a Shakespeare play. A Shakespeare play never happened. Shakespeare extracted out patterns that happen all the time, and if he hadn't extracted them out, no one would watch the plays, right? The plays are interesting precisely to the degree that the play is about something that's about you and something that's about you and something that's about you. It has to be something that's common to everyone. And you watch the play and you partake in it through imitation, even though you're sitting down. And then maybe later you go for coffee with your friends and say, well, what was that all about? And that's your attempt to take the behavioral wisdom that's coded in the story and make it articulate. And we're doing that all the time. Whenever you discuss a movie, you do that. And that's how educated people actually interact with literature. If you're uneducated, roughly speaking, you go see a movie and you just go see it. You never think about it as something that was produced. You never think about it as a cultural entity. And you never do that higher order analysis. And when you first encounter the idea of even doing that, you might be resistant to it because it seems in some sense to destroy some of the magic of that pure immersion in the form. We act and figure things out in action, then we imitate our own actions. And to imitate your own actions is to act yourself out or to act other people out. You can do that without having explicit articulated knowledge, and it's so crucial to understand that.